Fractions are mathematical elements which students already meet in primary school and then will find again throughout their school life. So they are very important. But fractions are also the first two-dimensional graphic elements we encounter, and we need to write them in a linear way, since this is the only possible approach with speech synthesis or with a braille display. This makes their management slightly more complex, not so much for the writing or the reading of the expression, but for its management. First of all, let's see how to write fractions. The first case is that of a simple fraction, the one with just one element in the numerator and one in the denominator. It can be digited directly from the keyboard. Using the simple fraction symbol, the character is the slash key above number 7. Therefore, it is always possible to write 3/5. So it can be digited directly from the keyboard. And this is why this symbol comes out green like other operators, because it does not need either opening or closing. Yet, when either the numerator or the denominator have more than one number or letter, we need to insert what we call a composite fraction, which is composed of 3 parts: an opening of the fraction, a line of fraction which divides the numerator from the denominator, and the closing of the fraction itself. The opening symbol can be inserted by using the menu as usual. Let's go to the algebra menu and we'll find this symbol, compound fraction. Or else we can insert it by searching through F5 key, where I can digit some words like fraction. Here it is, compound fraction. And we can also use hotkeys, Ctrl Q, where Q stands for quotient, so it refers to rational numbers too. So with Ctrl Q, you can insert the compound fraction. So let's digit Ctrl Q, open compound fraction, 3 plus 5. When I want to insert the fraction line in lambda, the separator between the two elements is called intermediate. And so we can digit Ctrl I, and it will automatically get inserted as the separator sign of the compound fraction. We can also insert it from here. We can see it insert separator Ctrl I, and it is also common in other cases, such as in the nth root, in integrals, in indexed summations, and so on. Then we proceed by writing the denominator 6 minus 4, and then we have the closing of the fraction. To close it, just enter Ctrl K. We can also avoid sequential insertion of each individual marker of opening, separator, and closing. To do this, go to Preferences and under Entry choose Yes for complete entry. That way, by digiting Ctrl Q, both the separator and the closing will be automatically inserted, and you'll then be able to insert the numerator-denominator directly. So let's digit 3/5 plus 2. This way, we'll save time and we won't risk forgetting either the closing or the intermediate element. Let's check with F4 key that we have written everything correctly. And in fact, in the traditional graphic visualization, we have the elements written in their two-dimension form of numerator and denominator. I also inserted this element to underline that we need to pay attention when writing under dictation. And the teacher can use F4 to spot any mistakes. Here is an example. 2/3 plus 1 is different to 2/3 plus 1. In the first case, we can digit everything from the keyboard. In the second one, we need to insert a compound fraction. I'll refer you to some other video lessons on suggestions as to the manipulation of fractions and for their management through some editor tools, such as invert fraction or go to the previous or following denominator.